Tana, my super awesome cat. Posted by QuintessentialSue, June 2nd, 2017. As some of you know, I have a rescue cat named Tana. Well, his real name is Santana, but I call him Tana because we're all about nicknames. Tana is definitely my pride and joy, and he brings so much happiness to my life that I find it hard to believe that I went so long without having a pet. As any human will tell you, if you have a cat, you do not own them. Rather, they own you. And that's definitely the case here. Tana owns the house, and you might say that he has me wrapped around his paw. But that's partly my fault, I suppose. And I'm okay with it. The thing is, I don't know what kind of life he had before I got him. So I want to make sure that he has the best life possible while he's here with me. So here's a little bit of the backstory. I'm really not sure why, but a couple years ago, I just kind of decided that I wanted to have a cat. I had been thinking about it for about 6 months and was waiting for the right time to get one. And although I don't fault anyone for going to a pet store, I knew I wanted to get a rescue cat. Why would I want to get a rescue? I mean, that's like getting a used car. You're getting someone else's hand-me-downs, and that can be risky. You don't know what you're going to get. You might end up with a cat that has a great disposition or one that is the terror of the block. But then again, that could happen with any cat you might get from anywhere. So I researched pet adoptions and found Second Chance Pet Adoption. Finally, in July of 2015, I drove over to Second Chance Pet Adoption in Raleigh, North Carolina. Since I think carefully about all decisions I make, okay, maybe not all decisions, but definitely most decisions, I visited with all of the cats that I thought I might like to adopt. I was looking for a female cat. I had no interest in a male cat. I know, picky, right? I wasn't all that concerned about their age, but I did know that I needed one that was declawed because the last thing I wanted was to have my furniture all scratched up. And again, I was focusing on the female cats. Well, the ones that I had an interest in were not declawed. Bummer. So I asked the wonderful folks there which cats were declawed. Well, there's this older cat named Santana. He's declawed, and he is just the sweetest cat. We all love him, they said. He was already 7 years old. They said his birthday at April 23rd, 2008. And remember, I wasn't looking for a male cat. We've always had female cats as I was growing up, so I was initially interested in getting a female cat. But I said, let's check him out. I watched him in the room for a while, and then I picked him up. He wasn't warming up to me too much, but I wasn't all that offended by it. He was in a room with a bunch of younger females, and I'm sure that he was a bit tired because I had noticed that they were quite attentive to him. But I did see potential, and he did look super sweet. So after some thought, and after filling out a very long application, I requested that I be approved to bring him into my home. I got all the stuff needed to make sure that his transition into living at my house would be a smooth one. I got a cat carrier. Well, that was required, just like an approved car seat is for a new baby. A litter box with litter that is low dust, of course. Food, although they did give me food as well. And other things that I thought he might like. I wanted to be a great pet owner. And over to Second Chance I went to pick up my little boy. By the way, They did tell me of a health issue that he might have and gave me some medication that he would need for it. So, after filling out all of the forms and finalizing everything, we got in the car for the ride home. Here we go, Mr. Santana. We're going to your new home. He was a little uneasy at first when we got home. He had to get settled into his new place because when you think about it, he was pretty much the king of that room where he was with all those women, right? Now he's just got this one female human who thinks she owns the place. Boy, did I have a lot to learn. So fast forward to today. Now it's been about 2 years, and I'm so happy that Tana is here with me. Since I work from home, he comes in and visits me in my office on occasion, when he's not sleeping on his window seat, or wherever he feels like hanging out because he's Tana and he owns the house, remember? He is my faithful companion. He can tell when I'm stressed or upset and comes over to comfort me in a way that any pet owner is all too familiar with. He has a way of putting a smile in my heart just by the way he looks at me. He cracks me up with some of his antics. And yes, he definitely lets me know that he is the true owner of the house and I'm just the human who is allowed to live here. But it's all good. We go for walks. Yes, he has a pet stroller that he rides in because he's the king of the road. And he has a super cool pet carrier now that is a kind of camouflage design. We hang out on the deck in the evenings or sometimes during the day if it's nice out and I feel like working outside. And it's true that I have found that he has more medical issues than originally anticipated. In fact, he was actually denied pet insurance due to pre-existing conditions, so his health care can get a bit pricey. But it's okay, because I won't let that keep him from getting what he needs. When you think about it, if he had been adopted by someone else, maybe they couldn't afford to cover his medical bills, and he would have been back out on the streets again. And even though I'm not made of money, I do have enough that I can take care of him and make sure that he gets the medical assistance that he needs. So, in a way, while I'm thankful to have him here with me, he is also lucky to be here with me as well. And quite honestly, I think he realizes that. All in all, I know that we are both very blessed to be together. He's gotten me through some challenging times, and I've gotten him through some challenging times as well. What's funny is that I'm sitting here at the desk writing this, and he's looking at me like, "Are you almost done yet? And can we go inside because I'm sure I have some treats to enjoy inside?" So I guess this post is coming to an end. So in closing, if you've never thought about getting a rescue pet, you should definitely consider it. Maybe I've just been blessed with an awesome cat, but I'm sure there are plenty others out there who are eager to have their forever home, just like my Tana has gotten.